Why your comfort zone is your biggest obstacle. You ever notice how that snooze button seems to grow 3 sizes the moment your alarm shrieks? One tap and you are instantly wrapped back in that warm, zero-risk cocoon. It feels like a genius move, right? A moment of pure, unadulterated self-preservation, but then it hits you. You have just snoozed away 3 years of mornings. That is 1,095 identical starts, 0 new skills acquired, and the same old stale story you keep telling yourself. I am just not a morning person. For years I wore that line like a badge of honor, a core part of my identity. Then, one unremarkable Tuesday, I finally broke the loop, and the ripple effect rerouted my entire life. Stick around, I am going to pull back the curtain and show you the exact science behind why your comfort zone, while feeling utterly cozy and safe, actually functions like a concrete ceiling on your potential. And how one tiny, almost laughable disruption can punch a hole right through it. The comfort illusion. We toss around the phrase, "I am in my comfort zone," as if it is a badge of honor, a mental spa day. And in a way, it is. Neurologists call it a low arousal state. Your heart rate is steady, cortisol levels are blissfully low, and predictability is through the roof. Your brain, bless its ancient survival-focused heart, has one prime directive: keep you alive. So it rewards repetition, the familiar, the safe, with a little hit of soothing dopamine. It is like a neurological pat on the head for not doing anything risky. The problem? That very same mechanism is hardwired to label anything unfamiliar, anything new, anything that requires a little stretch as a potential threat. The result? Your nervous system actively, almost aggressively, votes against novelty. It is designed to keep you safe, not to help you grow. From a primitive perspective, the unknown could be a saber-toothed tiger. Today, it is often just a new skill, a challenging conversation, or a different route to work. But your brain still sends out those low-level alarm bells. This is not just theory. The Yerkes-Dodson curve, a psychological principle, shows that performance spikes with moderate stress. Zero stress, that blissful comfort zone, equals zero growth and zero performance. Too much stress leads to panic and retreat. The sweet spot, the growth zone, lies in the middle. If nothing ever rattles you, then nothing ever readies you for what is next. Comfort is not a plush hammock where you can relax forever. It is more like a governor on your engine, quietly capping the RPMs while you brag about how smooth the ride feels. The hidden taxes. Staying in the comfort zone charges you 3 sneaky taxes that compound over time. First, the regret tax. Every avoided opportunity, every conversation you did not have, every leap you sidestepped becomes a quiet, nagging what if. It is the phantom ache of roads not taken. Next, the skill stagnation tax. Our brains are efficient, which sounds great until you realize what that means for unused skills. Automate any task for 30 days and neural pruning begins. Your brain trims the branches you stop using. If you are not actively learning, you are not just standing still, you are regressing. Finally, the identity freeze tax. The longer you avoid challenge, the more you fuse with your current self-image. I am not a public speaker. I am not good with numbers. I could never do that. These statements become ingrained, making change feel like betrayal. Pay these taxes long enough and life feels less like an adventure and more like a stale subscription you never watch. My one routine rupture. What shattered my comfort loop? A cold shower, that is it. 30 seconds of icy water. It shocked my system and rewired my morning identity. I went from being the guy who needed warm toast and coffee to being the guy who chooses hard things just because he can. The first few days were brutal, but by day 5, my brain stopped protesting. By day 10, I added journaling. Suddenly, new ideas appeared, a book outline, a website revamp, scary phone calls I had avoided. 30 days later, I pitched a project that raised my income by 40%. That one micro shock created momentum for an entirely new blueprint. You do not need Everest to grow, you need one tiny crack in the routine. Small wins build big momentum. The science of manageable discomfort. Psychologists describe 3 zones: comfort, growth, and panic. The goal is to live in the growth zone long enough to expand it. Think of it like progressive overload at the gym. You add small weights, adapt, and repeat. Your brain works the same way. When you introduce novelty, your brain releases dopamine, the chemical of curiosity and reward. When you master novelty, you get serotonin, the chemical of calm and accomplishment. Together, they create flow, the state of deep engagement and growth. The lesson is simple. Choose challenges that scare you just enough. Then repeat until they become normal. The 5-step exit. Ladder step 1, micromap. List 5 daily rituals you could alter in under 60 seconds. Tiny shifts like brushing with the other hand or changing your coffee order. Step 2, pick one. Choose the smallest, most laughable change. Step 3, attach it. Link this habit to an existing one. After I make my coffee, I take a cold shower. Before I check email, I do 5 squats. Step 4, track it. Use a calendar and a red pen. Cross off each day you succeed, do not break the chain. Step 5, scale it. When it feels boring, increase by 10%. Colder water, longer walks, harder conversations. Growth is a spiral staircase of tiny steps, not one giant leap. Failure as a feature. School taught us that failure is the opposite of success. Neuroscience shows the opposite. Failure releases BDNF, a molecule that strengthens your brain's pathways. Each mistake is fertilizer for growth. I started reframing failure as data collection. If a conversation failed, I just gained intel on what not to do. This perspective turns embarrassment into curiosity, and curiosity keeps you in the growth zone. Failure is not a dead end. It is a field of learning. Building support scaffolding. No one escapes the comfort zone alone. We thrive on connection. Tell a friend your goal. Social accountability raises success rates by 30%. Or join a group where your desired behavior is normal. Writers groups, running clubs, online communities. The tribe provides accountability and energy. When you slip back into comfort, do not punish yourself. Use it as a refuel station, not a permanent home. Rest, reflect, recharge, then step back into growth. Build environments and friendships that nudge you forward. The 24-hour challenge. Here is your challenge. In the next 24 hours, change just one thing you normally do on autopilot. Brush with your non-dominant hand, take the stairs for 1 floor, send that text you keep avoiding. Order a different coffee. Now, post your choice in the comments. Public commitment triples follow through. I will be checking and cheering you on. Let us flood the comments with tiny acts of defiance against the mundane. Small changes create massive shifts. The takeaway: comfort is not the enemy. Camping in it forever is. Your brain wants safety, but your future self wants growth. The work of self-evolution happens in the growth zone. The entry fee is one consciously altered routine. That snooze button feels like safety, but it is a thief of momentum and potential. Break one loop and watch confidence compound. Take risks, grow, and achieve what you cannot yet imagine. Slam the alarm, step into the cold, and watch the cage door swing open. Your grand adventure awaits.